All right. So, excuse me. Apologize. I might go off camera every once in a while or mute myself just because I do have a little bit of a cold. I have strep throat, but got antibiotics and getting that taken care of. So, if I seem a little bit under the weather, that is why. So, today, what we are going to be doing is what we had worked on last Thursday was this Node-RED contrib USBHID. So it was working and we got access to be a contributor, but I have since unable to get access to the NPM, so I can't update the NPM. So let me just go ahead and pull that one up. So that is going to be, this is called Node-RED. Just copy that. Should be pretty easy to find from there. Yeah. So it needs to be updated, and I'm gonna do that. And I don't have access. I really need to be a collaborator, but I haven't been able. I reached out to the person, and they just haven't been able to help me out. So what we're going to do is create a new package, and so that we can have access to it via Node-RED. I did find the core issue. So it is running, but I just need to now get it up into the palette manager. So what it boiled down to was we needed to do the latest version of the Node HID and the permissions. Once you've done that, there was an issue as well within the code, which let me see if I can find it real quick. It had to do with parsing it as an integer, because it's basically there might have been some code changes on the back end, and it had to do with it being in a type string versus a type hex. Correct. So yeah, basically once I parsed it, well, I guess that's right, it says hex right there, but it really should just be type parse int. That's at bottom. Enough for me to change that. Maybe. I might change that. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, so it had to be a type integer, but the server.vid was passing it as a string. So I could put it in manually as a hex and it would work. So it could work as a hex, but really what the problem was is it doesn't work with a type integer or a type string. So we converted it to an integer and everything works well. Actually, I do still believe it's a hex because this, we can look at to parse int real quick and just see how that works. Parse int parses a string argument and turns integer specific radix, which is a mathematical numerical system. So radix is, I'm sure, type 10, decimal, human, dash, so it's base 10. Hexadecimal is base 16. Okay, so it is needed to be integer. Hexadecimal is base 16. So, with that being said, this is wrong. Alright, let me see which repo we're in. Because I need to not get... Alright, so let's do some git stuff real quick. So we need to get... We are in master, branch is... Actually, we'll do a pull request, and what I'm going to do is... No, I'm not, because I've already got everything configured here correctly. So, there's a few other things that I've changed on the other. So I do have everything on the somebody 87 is updated and works. You can copy directly from it, and I also have mine, which was a fork, and they're basically the same minus like some code, like for example, linking. So I'm not necessarily going to abandon this one, but I'm going to just kind of let it be. If there things break over here or somewhere, I'll fix it in the future in both places. But for now, this is going to be the one that I'm working on as of right now. So I now need to get this one and make sure that I need to do origin to master. Let me just make sure that we are looking within the same right one. Package.json. So that's definitely not the right one. Actually, let's do a fetch real quick. Yeah, that's the one that I want to fetch on. And I really need to change the name of this so I know exactly I'll just do that. There's probably some naming conventions that's probably the recommended, but I'm getting confused because master is both on the main branch or the origin, and I'm not a Git pro, so there's like terminology. So what we'll call the master, we'll call this branch. Okay. I like that, and we'll call it master. And rename branch. So now I'm going to fetch. And this one, and so that should happen, and then there we go. Cool, glad to hear that you're excited about it. So perfect. So now I'm in the gjuba branch master. You should see this rephrase here, home, and ready to go. All right. so we are good now. And 1 second. And we need to, okay, I forgot what I was trying to do. We were gonna basically pull it and test it one more time. We were gonna change this code because we pointed out that this is not hex. It should just be int. We'll just call it int VID. Int. And I also noticed that sometimes I saw in some of the other issues, people were saying that if you have two barcoders at the same time connected to the same device, you will also have an issue. And I want to say one of the other forks, somebody did it based off of a path, which is both works. I might make a version of this so it's like you can have a path version and a line in twice. Oh, it says VID versus PID. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you. Otherwise, can I zoom? Yeah. Yes, so we've got int VID, int PID, int VID, int PID. So device. So yeah. And I'm gonna get rid of some of these console stuff since we don't need them anymore. Is the music good? Is it too loud? Let me know in the chat. We'll save this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually make a branch of this. And we're gonna call this create a new branch. And we'll call this call this NPM publish create. So now we're going to start updating all the things, and then I think we'll end up deleting these package.json, and we'll just go ahead and sync these. NPM publish package commit and push branch, and we want to push this to grade Juba. And there we go. So now we've got a publish, we'll create compare and pull request. And we'll call this NPM publish. And we're gonna do this to this one. And branch master, wait. There we go. That one to publish. Perfect. And we'll assign myself. And create pull request. We'll convert this to draft. So we're good to go. So we can just kind of monitor things as they go along. Alright, so with that being said, the first thing that I need to do is now convert it to, I don't know if I'm digging this music's a little bit too much, like, bump, I might do a little lo-fi again. I feel like I just always do the lo-fi, it gets a little redundant. Yeah, it's a little bit more my speed, relaxing. Alright, so we have the package.json, and let's just go over the documentation to create a node, and they will probably go through the same thing. So node red create node creating your first node. I think there's a publish your nodes packaging guide. And we want to do this as scope, so we update our naming requirements. So let's see what the naming requirements are as well. seeing the node scorecard. Changing Arabic, and as a part of the work improving overall quality of the flow file, we're making a change to our naming guidelines for node modules. So we're gonna do node red instead of, so basically we're gonna drop the contrib. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, where are we working from? So we actually need to do this. So I started node red. I did a local install of node red, so I'm not using FlowFuse today because it's better for development here. And so what we're gonna do is actually install PowerShell. Just run as administrator because, you know, why not? Users, Juba, GM, and then I think it's going to be cd.node-red, cd node modules ls, so we don't have a thing there. So node modules is where we're going to save our nodes. So what we have to do is we have to do a git clone, and we're going to clone code, and we're gonna branch, so git clone, beautiful, ls, okay. Wonder what the best way to do this. So let's come over here and we'll say we'll open this folder now because we've published everything, everything's synced, we haven't changed anything. Nope, that's not what I do. Open folder. Node red. Node modules. Select folder. So there we go. Yes, I trust this author. I wonder if I can rename this from here. It's probably gonna yell at me, but we're gonna try it. We're just call this node red USBHID, and let's see what this happens. Ooh, nope. So we'll open folder. Now we're also going to see how make sure there's. Let's just go ahead and we're gonna delete. Ooh, we don't want to delete. We don't want to be back over to our this branch. Perfect. And we're gonna delete this. Delete this. Let's say yep. Add those to our changes. Let's see what node red looks like if I restart it. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit all over the place. Here's where node red is. Okay, so it's not recognizing my nodes just yet. Why is it? I feel like I did this the other day. should have done that before I changed the name of anything. So, settings file, user directory, yep. Flow files, creating a new flow file. Oh, you know what I haven't done? It's CD node red. Else. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to come back here. We're gonna on stage changes, and we're gonna revert. Store file, revert. You have to do NPM install. So we'll see those now. NPM install. Perfect. That's why. Now we can restart our Node-RED instance. And in theory, we should see US. Hey, there it is. I'm actually going to go over to my Node-RED. Oh, no, not Node-FRED. And flows. I created a flow the other day. Make my life a little bit easier. Beautiful. Copy this. Import. And we'll just paste that there. Deploy. And I don't think so. Yeah, I don't have it plugged in right now, so let's just go ahead and do that. And with Windows, there's no pre-configuring any installation. You just do npm install for the palette manager. It's only when you get into Linux you have to add additional drivers and things like that. So it's super easy. So give me a second. I'm gonna plug in my barcode scanner into my laptop. Be right back. And I'm back. You probably heard the beeping. Alright, so barcode scanner. Let's just make sure all this stuff works. And we're gonna see if we can find it. It's probably gonna be near the end. Symbol barcode scanner. There we go. 504 1536. Oh, okay. 504 1536. Update. Done. Deploy. Okay. And so now, let me find my handy dandy thing from Home Depot. There we go. And that indeed matches the barcode at the bottom of that. So perfect. It works. That's how easy this is going to be setting up now, especially on Windows devices. So everything's working. And we're ready to go. So you can install this. You just have to do it manually right now, and I can go through. And I'll drop that into the chat right now if people are wanting to take a look at that. And perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to do npm like init, but I think I have to like start over. And I've renamed the file, so I like that. I want to say that it's going to say publishing to NPM. This is where I need to be, is here. Yeah. Okay. Where's the NPM init? What we might do instead of we're just gonna say package JSON old delete. Instead of just deleting them, we're just gonna say old delete, and then we're going to then add all of these, go back to here, and let's see if we can do npm. I want to see what the npm, there's like npm init at with my user, and let me see if I'm logged into npm. Yes, I don't think I am. Alright, turn my screen off just for a second, please. But I'm still here. A one-time password. Screen back on. I'm back. So you can actually see some of the other day I actually updated this package here, Node-RED. So contrib HTTP event collector first block. Just because I went through this, so that's why I'm a little bit refreshed on this. But that's the only package I've ever published. So bear with me as we go through this. So we need to init npm. We don't need to create a user. So my username profile. So let's go ahead, and we are at the root. So we're going to just kind of copy this, build this out, and create. Copy that one, I like it. Init, and it's Jjuba. We're gonna call this node red USBHID at version, and I want to say we are at version. We're gonna do 1.0.0. Because he was doing 0.0.1. We're just going to say, hey, we're starting a whole new revision of this. All right, no whammies. Okay. Is not in this registry. Did I not npm init? Okay, so I'm just gonna do npm init and package name, node, red, contrib. Wait, no, not contrib. I'm gonna say USBHID. Version, yep, 1.0, 1.0.0. Description. And we're gonna try to keep a lot of this stuff. Might do a little bit of changes, like, no. Okay. Entry point. Let's see what the documentation says over here. So that is going to be USB. No. Entry point. It's not index.js. My guess it would be node. Not node modules, USBHIDs, so the USBHID/USBHID.js. Yeah. Test command. Git repository. I wonder if that's more this, which is basically the same thing. Yeah, that's gonna be the same thing. Let's just double check that. Yep. Keywords. Let's just see what I put for keywords over here. I didn't put any keywords. Oh yeah, HID. Force flow fuse. Node. Red. That'll be good. And actually, me, license. I'm just saying patch 2.0. Yeah, we'll adjust the dependencies in a second. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yes. So now I'm gonna keep that one there. Just split this out. So and That's the biggest one that I need to grab. We do not need all of these. We just need that one. Sensors knows dev dependencies. No, that's sweet. Drop this one in here as well. Just dev dependencies. Test scripts. Since there's no test scripts, we'll just delete that. Main. Really don't need that because that's not really anything. And let's see what the keywords. HID, USB, like that one. USB. All right, perfect. So, pretty sure that all looks pretty good. WebKit. Author, Apache 2.0. Realm. Issues. And cool. So, now let's go back over here. So I know I need to do scoped. So if you pass, I hope I didn't mess that up too much. How to make sure a NPM package is scoped. So, oh, it looks like we got an error somewhere. Let's just Z. Y. Copy Z. Where did I mess up? I know what it is. Literally just needed this. There we go. Comma. Alright. So my thing is I need to scope it with my username. So I think I scoped it with my username, but let's just see what happens when I... Oh, not this one. Let me just copy all this. Just make sure. Node-RED USBHID. Test command, nothing. This. We're just gonna delete that because we don't have. All right, we'll leave it. Obviously knows if there's no testing, then we're good to go. All right. So now that we've done that, we've scoped it. I think it basically just makes sure that my username is existence, and then what we'll do is we'll do an NPM install. Actually, before we do that, let's just git and update this. And package.json fix updates. We're gonna sync the changes. Okay. And when I come over here to my GitHub repository, you should see package updates. So what I'm gonna now do is say close folder. So we're not in a folder anymore. We are going to open up and see this Node-RED USBHID, and we're gonna just delete this. Okay, it's not gonna do it because I'm still Node-RED looking at it. So we'll just Control-C. We're just doing all this just so for testing purposes we know everything is working. So that is no longer installed. So we are now going to come back over here and say git clone boom. Okay, so cd dot. Let's try that again. There we go. It's not gonna let me change that file name because that's the name of the file. Okay, oh well, we're good. So we're gonna cd node-red ls. Gonna come back over here, open folder. And we're gonna switch our branch to the NPM publish. That's we should see all of that. NPM install. And it's actually want to do this one, but it's okay. So now, when I come back to my node-red instance, once I find it, okay, and yep, and let's just do boom. Okay, it works. So everything is working, and now we've scoped it. Let's go back and read some of Nick's notes. Over here, I can find it. Packaging. So, scopes such as my scope, node-red. If you're forking an existing package to provide a fix, you can keep. Okay, you can keep. Please keep in mind, forking should always be the last resort. Maintainer is not responsible, which he is not. We have tested the local. Yep. Package.json must contain node-red entry. And when we look at this, node-red, nodes, USB, yep, beautiful, version. Please note, do not add the node-red keyword until you're happy that it's stable and working correctly. Keywords. Just make sure I don't think it should be case sensitive, but we'll just make sure. I have no idea. Version node-red. What we'll do is, yeah, we got a README file. Perfect. Cool. We'll worry about that in a second. All right, so I think we're at a good point. We can save that. We are also going to delete the old one. JSON. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bring it yell at me and says too many. Alright. I should probably merge these now, since I know I've fixed it. But really, I should be able. Yeah, we'll merge it first. To the pool. Yes, it's ready for review. Thank you. Merge request. Make sure. Perfect. Confirm. Merge. Now we're going to delete the branch. And branch master. Sync changes. Okay. And we're good. Okay. We're good. And test it locally. So we're going to test it one more time. All right. So we've got to stop node red. We are going to cd. Actually, we got to close window. And we're going to say delete. And from here, we will git clone. Then we will cd into node red, npm install. Great. Now, in theory, node red start. We open up node red, refresh, and we're good. We're running. Time to publish. I always like this part. It always makes me little. Testing your package, publish, scope packages. CD path to your package to publish. And I'll set up GitHub Actions most likely later. All right. I'm going to turn off my computer just for a second. Alright, I've authenticated. Alright. Let's try this again. And do this one more time. My IP address is now great. Warming it up. Alright, so it looks like I've authenticated successfully. I should now be able to see my packages. Yep. Mapper for Node Road. Published a few seconds ago. Dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. Awesome. Cool. Alright, so now I've got to... Okay, cool. So now let's do the next step. You guys making this fun with me. So now we need to follow those last parts where it says it doesn't automatically, as of here, submission request plans standard. To do so, make sure all your package requests are met. To add a new node to load, click on the plus button at the top of the libraries page. Add your node to the flow library to use this form of telephone. Enter an NPM module name here. I think it's gonna be mess up. I don't think I did. But the part that I'm looking for, I can delete that. Is use this form. Let's say @gjuba/ and just generally how it looks. No stable published version. NPM, it doesn't have, it's not scoped. No. Alright, so let's just do this. Here. And do it like this. give it a shot. Let's see if it. So there's some commands you have to do with your Node-RED instance to see it in the palette manager. I can't remember. View nodes in palette manager Node-RED. Update nodes. Let's go back to my Node-RED. So I am going to stop this. I don't even think I didn't even do that. So cd dot dot ls. I'm going to delete this. Start Node-RED. We should see things broken, which we do, like we'd expect. Go to Palette Manager, and let's see what we get. Okay, so we're not getting the late. Okay, so there's a refresh. Refresh Node-RED. Now there's a way. Is it NPM refresh packages? All right, 1 sec. Yeah, so it has to do with I have to refresh my local NPM catalog. Update NPM catalog. Update Node-RED. Red NPM catalog. Oh, there we go. You can also check for updates. Look in your .node-red, so it's cd dot dot. So we have to go to your home.cd node-red and npm outdated. So. I might have to restart Node-RED. Close. Manage palettes. Install. Okay. Let's make sure. Oh, I'm not doing the scorecard. Node.js version. Alright, so there we go. I don't know, mine just showed up. No whammies. Bump. Alright. So the command, I don't know if it just happened to find it or I did the right thing or not. Let me just see if I'm sorry for all my windows. NPM outdated. Run from your Node-RED home. So you need to be just most likely in the home and then restart Node-RED. So we're good. So that one's, so now when we go back here, I really gotta figure out the scorecard. So Node.js version, nodes have examples. Oh, okay, well, I can do that. I just created an additional flow. We'll just do this from Git. No, we're gonna do it locally. I wonder if that doesn't look right. cd node red. All right, so we're gonna just actually start it up, and I'll just install it locally. So node red. Let's go back over here. Go to palette manager. So get clone. Actually, I should just have it up here. CD node red. Okay, so now we're gonna open up a new window here. Open folder. And we need to add. Ooh. Test it out. See if you have any issues, please, and let me know what version you're using it on. Examples and It's probably gonna yell at me because now I need to have a different version number. Okay, JSON. Because I remember this vaguely. I'm getting sloppy. I'm doing too fast. This will delete branch. And I'm gonna come back over here, back to the code, go back to the package.json. We're just gonna edit and do this. It changes. Yes, update package.json. And so now go back to our git master. All right, so now we get our NPM publish. Earlier. I guess I passed it up. It's just NPM publish. Alright. Published. And we have to go back to our CD. Us. And again, outdated. And now if I come back to our node red, I need to go to get our might scope it, so I'll figure out how to scope it later, but now we should see version 1.01. If I come back over here, there's palettes. Always takes a couple seconds. It was like 10 minutes. But that doesn't really matter, so I do have an example. Unless it just hasn't updated this scorecard hasn't run the update, so that's frustrating on the scoped. I did scope it. Alright, well, either way, it's working now. If you guys have any issues, please just go over to the Git repository and actions. There's some issues. Yeah, just go to issues and create an issue. No. Issues. Can you tell me what the error is? Cannot share. All right, what operating system are you running? Mac? Okay. For Ubuntu, ARM, what you're gonna need to do is follow the instructions down here. You have to create the rules, and there's also might even be existing rules inside of your system, so you did that. Okay. Okay. RF node red contrib USBHID. Now we're gonna start this back up. I just first of all, I'm just going to test to see if I get any errors installing this on the Raspberry Pi. Missing types to be registered. Palettes. USBHID. Beautiful. When is the error occurring? Is it when you try to use the tool, or is it when the installation happens? All right. Let me see what Ubuntu, what version you said? ARM Ubuntu? I don't have an ARM Ubuntu device, but what I can try is just an Ubuntu device to see if I get that issue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to install the libraries as well. So... you have to do, yes, that is required. You have to install those libraries. That probably could be tested a little bit further, like which one of those install lib 1.0. Yeah, run that and see what you get. Actually, curious what this is. Because this Raspberry Pi does have that already pre-installed. Let me know if you hear anything else, Wizard or Ball Geek. So I had to drop off the -0, so it's almost like it's a different version. I'm assuming like these, because of the packages associated. What device are you trying this on? Just out of curiosity, is it Ubuntu ARM? So I can test it out maybe later. Do you have the device type? Like exactly. Oh, Pyrev or that's the Revolution Pi. Yeah, I don't have on this. I can't really. Okay. All right. I feel like I need to blow away my Node-RED instance and try to do this again. So let's go into CD at C. Oh, actually, I can't do it in that one. CD dev and do an ls-l, and you should right now. I had a couple of rules, and there was already one called 99 com rules. So if I say nano, I'm gonna move. I just realized you can't see any of this stuff. Nano. So I said ls-l, and I didn't create a new file. I just leveraged the file that was there. So nano sudo nano 99, and what I did is input group input mode 007. So I believe that had to change that. My subsystem kernel mode 777 group input. I think some of these were all just 60. I'm not going to say that. And then kernel, I had to select my head raw. But you're saying you can't even do. Don't know what that's supposed to say, but it bleeped it out, so I don't know what you said. So right. So that is if I was going to create a new rule. This particular rule 99-com. Oh, it's a link. So the 99-com rules. So 99-com rules was already there, so I just edited it on my particular site. And see, the thing is and running on the systems, change permissions, read write. Now to follow. Make sure no existing rules compete. I found existing rules on a Raspberry Pi that needed updated and added the above code instead of creating a new file. So I would look at those rules that you have there to make sure they don't compete. So in looking in there, I would look to see if I have any subsystem input, group input, mode 77. I need to make that like bigger. But I want to say no. Yeah, I don't know. no such file or directory type error. So, okay, let's think about that. Can you start node red on verbose? A dash V. Because I'm trying to think of what directories. That's supposed to be. That's why it didn't work earlier. Okay, that's what I was gonna do. I just realized I had a whole bunch of. So ls -l lib star, and I have lib. Wait, no, not lib. I need to look at USB. Is that what you're saying? So we're looking at lib that we have is lib 1.0. Are you talking about ls-l-us? I'm confusing myself. One second. Let me look at this. Lib USB. Star? Is that what ls-la. LSB. So libusb is under cd arm Linux gene. Ooh. Oh. Okay. You're saying ls-l a. I'm not quite following like how I'm helping you. If you see libdevin is on your box, what versions do you have? I don't have lib. Just do the goal. Yeah, it's this doesn't make sense, the tier though. Yeah, so there's no libu and I press tab and there's nothing there, but I can go back. So ls-l libu, and I'm pressing tab and I don't have it. So for giggles, let's just go up here and make sure that I didn't give bad instructions. Palette manager. Don't have it installed. That's the local host, so I actually want to be back here. And excuse me, sorry about that. And I I'm going to run this command right here. Yeah, I can do that. Not there. So if I do sudo find slash name, so it finds it in user share cd user share, but doesn't make sense. Lib dev. I think that's what you want to see. I'm gonna just wait for a second until you catch up. So the stream. So lib, and I want to say so it's under user lib. I wonder if but in theory, you should have access to both, or at least the code should look at them, you know, say, okay, I'll look at the lib, which is global, and the user lib. Probably has tickled something, but that's kind of part of what I was just like, might as well just go to the latest one. You can potentially see if you want to downgrade it to 2.0. So 2.0.0 has tickled something. And the thing is there's been so many updated versions of this, so maybe instead of doing USB, so apt install lib udev. See, the lib udev is the latest version. That's the one you're having issues with. Oh man. I just want to delete this to see what happens. So it's unable to find that package. Yeah. Yeah, and I was just tabbing just to get over. I don't know. I'd try to see if I'm gonna see if I can get one of those Revolution Pis, and I can potentially test it and see if I have the same issues. But yeah, I don't know how to help out anymore at this point. Okay. Well, let me know. Create an issue. I wonder how. I'm gonna double check how I set up issues on this, because it doesn't look like it's allowing issues here. But I'm gonna go off screen, and I'll do that later. But definitely ping me along, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them there or hit me up on LinkedIn. I dropped the link tree, and I can do another. Copy that real quick, and hit me up on one of these different systems. But probably gonna call it today. Gonna be looking at some other things, and we'll go from there. But thank you all for joining, and let me know, and we'll keep going. Have a good day.